The Jersey Flegg Grand Final sees Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and Cronulla Sutherland Sharks battle it out.
Tia, crossfield kick. Can he mark underneath it? Warwick still going, still in the field of play. Warwick gets the ball down. Pollard puts the kick. Mark underneath there is Dixon. Dixon has the ball. Dixon looking at the kick. Is he going to shape the kick? He shows the dummy. Dixon! Yes!
The defending premiers Canterbury finished third this season with 16 wins.
Beautiful gap through, and that was a very, very easy try there for Luke Smith.
The Dogs have been the team of the finals, defeating Penrith in week 1 before defeating Canberra in the major semi-final.
Tia gives it back to the fullback, Derek Cochran! Yes, sir! Tia, right in front, strikes it, it's there! Tia with the field goal. Bulldogs win, they win by 1.
Cronulla, after 16 rounds, were 10th on the ladder and never looked like being in the finals. But in the last 10 weeks of the season, they won 9 of those games.
Here's Ford, goes to the other side to Pollard, dummies himself, goes for the corner and scores a great try for the Sharks.
And in the finals, the Sharks picked off Newcastle and Penrith before defeating the Raiders in the preliminary final.
Out of dummy half goes Jarvis. Gets it down.
This is Gabriel, passes it back, there to Waiatere! Scores a try!
It's the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs.
Straight through, there's the centre there, and Danny Gabriel, he goes all the way and scores!
And the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks.
Where does he go? Why is the man? There it Ford, to the engine, to the Ford!
In the 2024 Jersey Flegg Grand Final on the Sydney Sports Radio Network.
Oh, we are set for a fantastic game coming up. The Jersey Flegg Cup has been going for more than 60 years, returned in 2018, and today it is the 2024 edition. It is between the reigning premiers, the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, who are looking to go back-to-back, up against the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks, who are going for only their second premiership in their competitive history in this competition. Canterbury finished third in the regular season. Cronulla, having been outside the top 5 for much of the first half of the season, came back in the second half of the season to make it into the finals, and they are here today at the Western Sydney Stadium for the big dance. Good morning, everyone. Conor McNally with you, alongside Justin Pineda and Mike Shean, who will be joining us for the pre-game festivities. And Justin Pineda, you'll be calling all the play-by-play action. This is a game that you've called very, very well in the last couple of years. Couple of cracking grand finals. I can't wait for this one today.
I have a confession to make here.
What's that?
I have had any coffees this morning.
This is going to be very, very interesting because, how much sleep have you had, JP?
It's like a good 7 or 8 hours.
Oh, well.
No coffee.
No coffee. Well, good luck to you. But what a game we've got coming up. Canterbury and Cronulla.
Cloud cover in the skies won't affect him. 70 minutes of rugby league, but damn it, I feel extra time could be here this morning or / afternoon.
No, don't. Let's be serious for a minute, because Canterbury, they have been, I guess, one of the dominant teams in this competition. They haven't won the minor premiership in the last couple of seasons, but it's the consistency that counts for the Blue and Whites from Belmore.
It is consistency, and it's funny enough, we were therefore calling that Bulldogs-Raiders game, and I'm thinking to myself, I thought, geez, the longer this game goes, I'm thinking, because the Raiders had a lot of opportunities to win, but the Bulldogs just keep hammering at the tongs here. And the Bulldogs here at the moment, I tell you what, you can help me out here, Conor. Some of these guys may have played maybe a game of New South Wales Cup.
Jordan Mazzoni was one of them last year. Cassius Tia, Eli Clark as well. In fact, looking at the side coming into today's match, there's half the side that played in last year's grand final backing up again this year. So it just shows the depth of talent in this side for the Bulldogs is very, very strong, Mike Shean. Good morning to you.
It certainly is. Good morning, Conor. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a fascinating match. The first thing I've noticed, and I mentioned this in our little intro earlier, the crowd here at Parramatta, this is a very healthy crowd. Just watching them file in, there is already, I would say conservatively, 1,000, 1,500 in here, and they've only just opened the gates. There is a very healthy crowd coming into Parramatta today.
And you mentioned just before that when you came in, and I think JP as well, there's already a nice, strong contingency from the Bulldogs fans here today.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of blue and white filing into Parramatta this morning. This is the one big one for them, and they're turning out in numbers today, which is great to see, especially for these young stars. A lot of them have got the potential to be future NRL stars, so this is the place to show your skills and to make your name as a rugby league footballer.
Absolutely. Well, Nicholas Kutniak caught up with both teams throughout the week as we're leading up to the grand final. Firstly, let's hear from the captain of the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs in Jersey Flegg, Luke Smith. He caught up with Nicholas earlier this week.
It was a massive win against Canberra a fortnight ago. How was the recovery after the game?
Oh, it was chockers for about 3 days after. Everyone was really sore. But we had about 2 days off just recovery-wise, ice baths and whatnot. The coaching staff looked after us. We started a big week of training, got a fair bit of work in towards the back end of the week, and it was good to have the week off and rest.
Was that one of the toughest games you've played in?
Yeah, well, a lot of the boys were crook too. A lot of the boys were sick with the flu, so we were out there battling, but the games went forever. I just didn't stop waiting for the hooter, but the hooter went, and we came out on top, so it was a good feeling, but yeah, one of the tougher games for sure.
I suppose it helps at the fact that you guys had the week off, and I guess that was the carrot at the end of the rainbow, is you knew that if you win this game, you get the week off.
100%, yeah. We're going into the game saying we win this game, get the week off, straight to the grand final. If we had lost that game, it would have been a pretty tough win against our Sharks the next week, so pretty happy we won that one.
Few players in the squad that were part of the grand final victory last year, what have they said in the build-up of this grand final?
We're just sort of treating it the same as last year. You know what I mean? It's nothing out of the ordinary for us. We've been there and done it. Yeah, we don't want to sit there and get too caught up in the whole back-to-back thing. We just want to go there, play a game of footy, treat it like another game of footy. Yeah, another game of footy, just treat it like round one.
There's a lot of quality players in the side, but one player, Cassius Tia, who had the field goal, obviously, in that match a few weeks ago against the Raiders. What does he offer for the team?
He just brings so much confidence, the way he directs the play around the game. Towards the start of the year, he came in as a new face for Roosters, but he's really gelled into the squad. A lot of the boys are really close with him, and he just gives a lot of confidence, and he just pulled off some of those big plays that some of the other boys can't do, so it's unreal having him there in the squad.
And where are the key areas that you need to be better than the Sharks in?
The key areas, I think we're just going to focus on the effort areas, try and do the simple things right, not too focused on the big plays, and we're just going to try and get little wins, and that'll put up to the big wins.
Nicholas Kutniak there with Luke Smith, the captain for the Canterbury Bankstown side. Boys, let's have a look at Cronulla. They were a team that really had no chance of making the finals earlier in the season, in the first half of the season, and yet in the second half, they came from 11th place down in the competition to be in the top 5 with a couple of weeks to go. I mean, it's been quite a journey for the Sharks to make it to the top 5, but they're here, and they've played some really good finals football in the last few weeks.
Well, it just seems like when things were clicking, you were things in with their attack-wise was probably just not there, but it's interesting how Sharks, with this wave of momentum now here, Conor, they're in this final Saturday worth of September as they the Sharks bait the Knights 22 points at 6 and bait the Penrith Panthers 40 points to 26 and then last week wipe the floor.
Yeah, 38-18 against Canberra, the minor premiers last week. I mean, we called that game last week at Leichhardt Oval, and that was a dominant performance.
And I love my man. I know my Bulldogs, but I love my man in the 5/8 jersey, Conor. Everyone saw that.
The Ford Mustang's ready to go. Mike, quickly, word from you about Cronulla. Are you surprised of their second half of the season performance?
Well, you'd have to be surprised being so far back with such a long way to go. You've got to be a little bit surprised, but they're the form team coming in. They've got the momentum, which is the most dangerous thing in football or sport. To have momentum on your side, that's worth so much. It is just so valuable to have that momentum. They've got to be taken very seriously. Just watching the highlights on the screen now. In Canterbury, it's interesting to see, not only did the minor premiers not make it, second didn't make it either.
Yes.
We've got third against fifth. So this is a real turn up for the Books to have 3v5 in the grand final.
And it's interesting, you should mention that too, that in the last 3 seasons, the minor premiers have not made the grand final. The Roosters won back-to-back minor premierships last year, Canberra this year, and they haven't made the grand final. It's a big, big sign that this competition is very, very tight. Just very quickly, let's have a listen to Sam McCulloch, who caught up with Nicholas Kutniak earlier this week.
Great performance from the team last week against the Raiders. Take us through that victory.
Yeah, it was a great win. We knew we were in for a tough game. Big forward pack of Canberra, so we really had to match them. That was our our key focus.
I guess one of the big things is 10 weeks before the final series, you guys were in about 8th and 9th spot and probably not looking like there was a finals berth there. What was the catalyst for the change?
I think, you know, we just, our connection together started changing our attitude and how we wanted to play, and just get those effort areas right and still a guy since then, so that's been the main thing.
What have the coaching staff said about the grand final week in terms of how to prepare and how to not just enjoy the day, but how to use the atmosphere to your advantage?
Well, I think it's just about preparing the way we always do, getting that done right, and just enjoying what the week brings. You know, not every day you get to play in the grand final, so it's only 2 teams here at the end of the year, so just got to enjoy it.
Taj Ford was brilliant on Saturday, but also he's had a great season. Why is he important for the side?
Oh, I think just he's in the halves as well. He's a spine player, but just his effort areas, he's always backing up. Great kicking game. Both our halves have a great kicking game, but yeah, that's the main thing.
And finally, where do you need to be better than the Dogs in the grand final?
I think just got to work hard for each other, be the most connected team on the day, and that's,
Sam McCulloch there with Nicholas Kudniak as we are getting ourselves ready for the grand final. The toss of the coin has been made, and I can tell you that Cronulla have won the toss. They'll kick towards the northern end of the ground. Damien Brady, who will be the referee for today's match, with Michael Ford and Tom Stiddle, the touch judges, and the in-goal touch judges of Blake Williams and Brandon Manny. Cronulla will be, as I said, running right to left of your radio dial towards the Parramatta Park end. They're wearing their black, white and blue home jersey, while Canterbury Bankstown will run left to right of your radio dial. They'll be running towards the Westfield side of the ground, towards the Great Western Highway. JP, your tip before we get underway.
If I know about Jersey Flegg scores, Connor, there won't be a lot of defence in this one.
No.
Dare I say maybe Bulldogs 32, Sharks 28?
It's going to be a high scoring game.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we get things underway, I'm going to go for Canterbury. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting prospect. If Cronulla win this, they deserve it because they have not won the Jersey Flegg Cup since 2018, and it's the only time they've won the competition. In fact, 2018 until today was the only time they've made the grand final in Jersey Flegg, so that speaks volumes. Let's have a look at the two sides that will be taking part in today's grand final. Firstly, let's have a look at the sides with Cronulla Sutherland. They're coached by Andrew Dallalana. This is the lineup. Sateni Takamo is the fullback in number 1. Christian Dixon is in the wing in number 2 with Tawai Wateri in number 5. Michael Gabriel is in the centres in number 3 with Talanoa Penatani in number 4. The halves are Taj Ford, the Ford Mustang that Justin Pineda lives is in 5'8" position with Riley Pollard in jersey number 7. Lachlan Crouch is in jersey number 8. Jersey number 9 is Chaz Jarvis in the hooker position. The second prop is Salisi Atata in jersey number 10. The second rowers are Max McCarthy in jersey 11, Dylan Coots in number 12, and the lock is the captain, Sam McCulloch. The interchange bench, Taj Brayley in number 14, Felix Fatili is in jersey 15, Ethan Cocco is in 16, Jacob Talani is in jersey number 17, and the concussion sub coming into the concussion sub role today is Lachlan Crossall. Now, Canterbury Bankstown, they're coached by Josh Jackson, first-year coach for him. Who took over the role from Luke Vella, who also was a rookie coach last year. He took them to the premiership winning side last year. This is their lineup. Tay Cochran is in the fullback in jersey number 1. The wings are number 2, Ratu Rinakama, and number 5, Jonathan Sewer. The centres are Danny Gabriel. That's Michael Gabriel's brother. The battle of the Gabriels today in this grand final. He's in the centre role with William Afualo in jersey number 4. Joseph Tiapa is in the 5'8" in jersey number 6. Cassia Tia is in the halfback jersey number 7. Jack Underhill is in jersey number 8. Ruben Moyles in jersey number 9. Number 10 is Damon Marshall. Number 11 is Logan Sminks. Luke Smith, the captain, is in jersey number 12. And Fami Toilalo is in the lock forward position in jersey number 13. Patrick Young is in the interchange bench along with Jed Reed in number 15. Bud Smith is in 16. And Callum Donaldson is in jersey number 17. Where Gavri Wavik is in jersey number 19. As you can hear the crowd, they are absolutely getting themselves ready for what is going to be a great grand final here. The first of 3 today, as both sides are on the field here at the Western Sydney Stadium. Canterbury on the field, and they'll run left to right of your radio dial for this grand final. Cronulla will be running right to left. We'll be joined later on today by Justin Davies on the sideline, but at the moment, JP, conditions overcast, but I think it's going to be a cracking grand final coming up.
Tad overcast. The supreme surface of the pitch in immaculate condition. As we edge closer to kick-off, I mean, my goodness gracious me. I'll tell you something, 37 of these young men will be bloody damn nervous. But bloody at the same time, they'll be bloody excited here, Conor.
They will be very, very excited here. And the crowd's just going to get bigger and bigger as the day goes on. So Cronulla will be kicking off right to left of your radio dial. Canterbury left to right. Justin Pineda, you're the man in charge for today's call. Let's have a cracking good one.
Tia has the ball on the tee.
Oh, sorry, it's actually Canterbury that are running right to left. I'm sorry. Cronulla will be running left to right. Here we go.
Ball on the tee. Tia gets us underway. Game 103 on New South Wales Rugby League Grand Final day. The Sharks now with the ball. They'll cross it over to the 20-metre mark. That is now with Dixon as they just run towards the middle of the field. They're at centre field just over the 20-metre mark. Playing the ball. There is Atata. Now this is Lachlan Crouch on the third tackle. He's on the 30-metre mark. Just an early settling set here. Now this is McCulloch. McCulloch is 35 metres out there from his own line. So the Sharks just going in between the train tracks here at the moment. Now this is now Jarvis now at acting half. Defines here to Pollard. Pollard goes high with the kick. Mark underneath it. There is Sewer. And he's marked at 30 metres out there from his own line. It's the Sharks nil, Bulldogs nil. We've played just over a minute gone here in this first half. So the Bulldogs will have possession of the ball on the second tackle there. Now this is with Pep, now with Afuolo. Afuolo just crosses over the 40-metre mark. Now the line there is Spinks. Spinks gets wrestled back. It's 5 metres away there from the halfway line now. As the Bulldogs now just trying to muscle away over the halfway line now. We've got our sideline eye there, Mike Shean. We'll get to him soon as in this set here. Now this is Moyle, hands it off here to Tia, goes high with the kick. Underneath is Takamo. He marks it inside his own 10. Gobbled up there. Yeah, by Fami Toala. Now let's go to the sideline today. Here's now Mike Shean.
Thank you, JP. Great atmosphere down here at ground level. We've only had a couple of minutes, but already this crowd, which is building by the minute, really getting involved in this game early on.
So the Sharks now just 35 metres out there from their own line. Crouch, tackled near the 40. Jarvis now at acting half. McCulloch. Now this is now with Atata. Atata right on the halfway line. It's the fifth and last. They go high here with Pollard. Marking underneath there is Cochrane. Inside his own 10. Trying to wrestle it out inside his own area. He finds a little gap. Cochrane, no! Wrestling down there is Luke Smith. It's 0-0, 2.5 minutes gone.
Well, good opening sets there from both Canterbury and Cronulla. Canterbury kicking off, as I said, going right to left of your radio dial. But and they're starting to be very, very strong in their attack early in this opening couple of minutes. Cronulla, it's going to be very interesting to see how much they can apply the pressure to the Bulldogs, and that's a big hit there on William Afualo.
He slowly gets on, plays the ball. Now this is with Toialo. Toialo tackles near the 40s, the fifth and last. Here's the kick here from Tia. Goes high. Chase underneath it is Talcamo, marks it cleanly. Tackle out at 12 metres out there from his own line. We've just played over 3 minutes. It's 0 Dogs and Sharks, and the Sharks with possession of the ball. And they'll play 20 metres out there from their own line. Now this is Sammy McCulloch. McCulloch 35 metres out there from his own line. That was Jarvis out of acting half. He gives off to the fullback there, and Talcamo didn't make much metres there. They're 5 away now from the halfway line. McCulloch gets a second touch in this set of 6. Didn't get much out of that one. It's the fifth and last. That was Jarvis out of acting half. Goes high in the air there with Pollard. It's got to bounce in front of the two Bulldogs attackers which are chasing the ball. And Rinka Kama, lucky to get that, but I thought that was fair there. Both players trying to go for the ball there, just sitting there in the wrong position. Afuolo, 30 metres out there from his own line. The Bulldogs now just trying straight in between those train tracks here at the moment here at the Greater Western Sydney Stadium. That was Moyle there acting half, passing it back, recovered there from Cochrane. I think that, that's play on. The referee
Play on's the call there, JP.
didn't call that a knock on, so that's Underhill now with the ball. Underhill is just right on the halfway mark. Moyle now at acting half. Finds here in Tia. Tia goes high in the kick. It's marked there from Takamo. Takamo trying to beat the Bulldogs defenders, and he's tackled there 15 metres out from his own line. As we've got to go down to Mike Shean, what are the weather conditions and what's the field like temperature down there as well too, Mike?
I'm going to say it's a little on the humid side, as we discussed a bit earlier. It's overcast, a little cloudy. It's a nice day. Temperature sitting about 19, 20 degrees. Virtually no breeze to speak of. If anything, it's only a breath at best. But conditions almost perfect. The ground, as you can see, JP and Conor, A1 condition. No excuses for either side this afternoon.
So the Sharks will have possession of the ball on the last tackle. Finds here in Pollard. Pollard goes low with the kick just outside of his own 40. Cochrane stops it with his beautiful pink boots. Cochrane looking to pass. He just palms off one there. That was Taj Ford. And Ford will be tackled right there, but he will just play the ball. These teams play each other twice. The 16th of March, it was the Bulldogs 34 points to 8. While in the 12th of July meeting, the Bulldogs won that by 24 points to 22.
So the Bulldogs have the advantage at the moment, JP, in terms of the wins that they've had this year. As a big run there through the centre by the number 11 for the Bulldogs there.
So that's Moyle. Gives it off here to Toyalo. Toyalo gets wrestled near the halfway line. Moyle now is at acting half. Now to Tapua. Now this is now with Spinks. Spinks. Now this is Moyle out of acting half. Tia goes high with a kick again. Underneath it, there is it is Waitere. When Waitere pumps, tries to beat off a few Bulldogs defenders. He's tackled 15 metres out from his own line. So we just have 22-20 left to go in this first half. It's the Bulldogs 0, Sharks 0 in the 2024 Jersey Flegg Grand Final. So Takamo trying to wrestle out of his own half. He was staying there in the field of play, a little bit argy-bargy. Everything's okay. McCulloch. And McCulloch, he's now 35 away there from his own line. So this is now with Atata. Atata, 5 away from the halfway line. It's the 5th and last. Here they go here with Pollard. Pollard up and under. Cochrane underneath it. Marks it inside his own 20. Trying to strain his run. Beats a few would-be defenders. They're on the loose here. This is Sewer. Sewer, 40. Can he beat the Sharks defender? He does. Steps around. Couldn't get around there. And McCulloch and Takamo. And he's inside Sharks territory. 43 metres left to go. And we've got our first penalty of the game.
First penalty of the match there for Canterbury Bankstown. Looks like he was taken high. And there's a bit of push and shove as well. Push and shove between Canterbury and Cronulla. There's some very strong feelings between these two sides here, JP, but it's interesting to note that in the last couple of sets, both these teams have not been able to get inside their opposition territory. Canterbury, for the first time in a number of minutes, have been able to get into Cronulla territory, and there's an HIA for Jonathan Sewer.
Yeah. Actually, let's go down to Mike Shean now. He's probably got a better view of what happened down there.
Yeah, it was an interesting run there from Canterbury. The winger got to the outside, found a bit of open space. This crowd, which is, as we keep saying, continuing to build. The noise went to 15 on the scale, and they came to life when Canterbury found some open space, and this is shaping up a cracking game. Only 8 minutes gone, but this is a real good one to start the day.
It'll be very interesting to hear what Damien Brady has to say. It is an HIA, as I said, so Regavi Wavic will be on standby in case Jonathan Sewer is ruled out.
And it looks like Jed Reardon about to come on for Canterbury in jersey 15 as well.
Jed Reardon, the son of Steve Reardon. Let's have a listen.
Wally, get the penny. Damien agrees. Yeah. Just stay away. To go to the referee.
Here we go.
You were both upright. It's on report, and you're in the bin.
In the bin. So Cronulla are down to 12 players, JP. Let's go down to Mike Shean. What's your take on that?
Yeah, a bit hard to tell from down here at ground level, but referee was confident that it was a high tackle. So 10 in the bin. Interchange being made now. Reardon about to come on for Canterbury. They've got the man advantage. The crowd coming to life.
And you've got to think, JP, that with 13 against 12, Canterbury could take this advantage here.
Both of you, I'm a little bit dumbfounded with that decision, to be honest with you. A little bit dumbfounded. Tia finds touch. Maybe I sort of missed something when the play was on the ground. That's probably what I've probably missed.
It'll be very interesting to see how Jonathan Sewer comes out of this as we're back underway and the tackle's been taken there by Ty Lalo.
I don't think we'll probably come back on, to be honest with you, Conor, to be honest.
I think Ricardo Africa might be on standby here. Let's get into the action.
Let's go now with Marshall. Marshall! He's 12 away there from the try line. Slowly gets up there and plays the ball. More, they go over it there now with Tapua. Tapua is 5 away there from the try line. Acting half here is Spinks. Gives it off here to Moyle. Now they're shifting towards pass there. This is Marshall. Look at go. Cochrane beats one. Couldn't beat the second offender. It's still all here. 26 minutes left to go. Bulldogs are in an attacking position. Tia. Now this is with Toialo. Toialo just centres his run. He's 10 metres. He's directly in front of the sticks. Moyle. Straight hard running. Fred there is Damon Marshall. They'll concede a turnover there. Sharks will play the ball metre out there from their own line. It's still all with 25 and a half left to go in this first half.
Well, Cronulla with that defence there, right on their own try line, exceptionally strong. Canterbury could have had the opportunity to get over. Tate Cochrane was a little bit unlucky there not to get over that try line, but Cronulla, as I said, their defence is very, very strong. Now they need to get out of their own territory, and particularly their own red zone, and get into Canterbury territory.
Coots gets tackled there inside his own 10. Now this is McCulloch. You can hear the Bulldogs fans are, I'm going to say, probably 2,500, 3,000 here this morning, cheating their doggies on and in this Jersey Flegg Grand Final.
So it's Henny Takama that's in the sin bin, by the way.
So this is now McCulloch. Sharks with 12 men on the field. Charge down! The ball, does it bounce the Bulldogs' way? It does. I think that's picked up there from Jack Underhill. Great heads-up play there from the Bulldogs. Speaks out of acting half. Gives it off here to Reardon. They're inside the 10 on the second tackle. Speaks out of acting half. Trying to go his own way. He's inside the 5. They're edging closer. They're 2 metres away now. Moyle out of acting half. Short ball out there to Toialo. Toialo saw a small gap. Couldn't get there. They're still 5 metres out there from the try line. Tia. Long ball out there. Stretch the passes. Could this be the first try? Yes, it is. William Afualo scores. 4 points to 0. 24 minutes to go in this first half. And Conor, there was numbers marching across towards that far-hand side of the field.
Absolutely. And that was brilliant stuff by the Bulldogs. They had to act quickly with that charge down. They got the ball successfully. They didn't knock it on, but they had the numbers and they moved to the eastern side of the ground towards the O'Connell Street side of this field here at the Western Sydney Stadium. And for William Afualo, he opens the try scoring with that beautiful try in the northeastern corner of the ground. Mike Shean, this is the start the Bulldogs needed.
That's exactly what they needed, Conor. They had the man advantage. They worked it nicely to the right-hand side. Finding Afualo, they had the space, they had the numbers, and they had the opening try of the day.
Wow, what a start for the Bulldogs.
It's a start which, either see if they score the first try, their nerves will be cool and calm.
And it's probably the worst start that Cronulla could have asked for because, well, they didn't need, because with that sin bin there of Takamo, it's really unsettled the Cronulla side at this point in time, as we're seeing Cassius Tigan lining it up right on the eastern edge of the ground here at the Western Sydney Stadium, about 25 metres out, half a metre in from the eastern touchline, JP.
With a virtually not an ounce of breeze here at the moment. It's been pretty good with the year. Cassius here, the boot here in this Jersey Flegg season. this to make this a 6-point ball game. As we mentioned in the broadcast, overcast conditions. Not a rain thus far in this game here at the moment. Kick from Tia, it's low. Well, it's a goal with another code, but it's no goal here. It's 4-0 here in the Jersey Flegg Grand Final.
Well, not the kick that Cassius T would have liked. He has a little bit of a smile, just for good measure there. Oh, well, at least I tried. Mike Shean, what would you give that? What would you rate that goal kick there?
Oh, that's about a 3.5. That's not, I've seen better six irons off the 14th at 150 than that striker goal from Cassius T.
We got his back underway from Dixon. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Oh, he got back on his feet there, the young man, and there in Luke Smith. The Bulldogs do hold on possession of the ball. So 21:45 left to go here in this first half. It's the Bulldogs leading 4-0 here with a try courtesy of William Afualo. Bulldogs now just over the 35 now playing the ball. There is the centre in Afualo, the try scorer, as I just mentioned him. And Underhill gets wrestled back to his own 40s, 38 away there. Moyle now to act in half. Here's Tia, beyond the 40. Is this what I think it's got to be? It's bouncing. Stays in the field of play. I tell you what, Conor, if there's a replay, he missed that 40-20 by that much.
It was just inches there, but it was smart thinking there by Wateri to follow that ball and collect it just in the nick of time, and he's kept the ball in play, and Cronulla now bring it up towards the 10-metre line. First tackle done.
This is now McNally who gets gobbled up there in a 3-play Bulldogs tackle. So the Sharks now just looking to spread it here. Now they're looking at a chance to spread here. Oh, geez, and that's the second penalty of the game, a high tackle.
Might have been a hip drop as well. What's your take on that, Mike?
Yeah, interesting ruling there from the referee, but certainly a relieving penalty for Cronulla coming out of their own end. 15 gone, down 4-0 and with a man in the bin.
Got a stoppage in play here.
Well, it's a Cronulla player that's down at the moment, but they're kicking for touch. He's back up and okay. It's actually, yeah, it is his Cronulla player up and okay, so that's a good sign.
So the Sharks will go with his possession. This is Coots. Coots over the halfway now. 45 inside Bulldogs territory. Acting half here is Jarvis. Now this is the front row. They're in Crouch. Crouch edging closer. He's near the 30. Jarvis now is again in now acting half. A little show and go. As heading towards his near broadcast side. This is Pollard. Pollard near the 20. This is Jarvis again out of acting half. Forward. He couldn't muscle his way through there. He's inside the 20 as he slowly gets up there and plays the ball. Little show and go there from Jarvis. He gives it off here to Pollard. Pollard gives it up here to McCarthy. McCarthy is 10 away. He will play the ball as the referee is held, and it's the fifth and last. Now this is now Penatani out of acting half. Crossfield kick here from Pollard. It goes up high. Batted back. It's picked up there from the Bulldogs. Picked up there from Gabriel, and Gabriel inside the 10. 19 minutes left to go in this first half. It's a Bulldogs 4, Sharks nil.
Well, Cronulla very, very strong in their attack there in Canterbury's territory. Now the Bulldogs need to get out of it, and at the moment, it's still the 13-on-12, and Canterbury using their might and power to charge their way up back towards the Cronulla side of the ground.
So they go, a big crunching tackle as he slowly get back on his feet there. That's Young. He's A-OK. Tia again looking for the 40-20. Has it got the accuracy? Has it got the bounce? Out.
Yes.
Is that a 40-20? What does the referee says? Oh, yes, we do.
Brilliant there by Cassius Tia. Well, he has just been really, really good with the goal-kicking accuracy for much of this season, and that 40-20, absolutely sublime.
So they'll... Actually, I thought it was a 40-20, Conor. It's like a 40-16 or a 40-15.
Something like that, yeah.
It's a miracle of a kick. Here's Tia. Gives it off here to Smith. Smith, 10 away there from the try line. So they get up there and play the ball now. Moyle. Tia. Promising attacking. Oh, that looks like they've been batted backwards. Yes, backwards. They've lost maybe 10 metres in that passage of play. They'll play the ball there, 22 away. I think that's Smith again who'll play the ball. Moyle. Sent up towards the middle of the field. Oh! He gets picked up and driven into the turf. It's a spine on the turf as the young fellow, Larry Smith, gets up. This is now with Underhill. Underhill looking to palm off one, palm off two, still going. Says, get out of my way. He's 10 away there from the try line. Moyle out of acting half. Little shoot and goo there. This is now in Spinks. Spinks now. This is the fifth and last. Moyle. Tia. Little show and go. Tia! All the way and scores. On the way there to the try line. 8 points to nil. With a little rumbiness and skills there from Tia.
Oh, gracias. Tia, bit of a rumba there. Just dumbling down for the Cronulla Sharks. I'm speechless at the moment. This is brilliant play by Cassius. As we look again on the New South Wales Rugby League TV replay, they move to the centre of the field. They take the tackle left of the goalpost, and it was then played there by Ruben Moyle. Moyle then passes it to Tia, who does the dummy, gets around one, gets around two, dives to the right of the goalpost and plants the ball down. That's how the Bulldogs like to do it, Mike Shean.
Certainly is, Conor. That was a beautiful piece of play from Cassius Tia. That was a knockout punch from the number 7. And on the other side, something to keep an eye on, boys, Riley Pollard, when he was down at this end of the field, looked like he picked up a bit of a knock. Might be a right leg, something to keep an eye on. But Cassius Tia, he was floating like a butterfly there and stung like a bee with a beautiful try.
Go on, JP.
As we've got Tia with this conversion attempt. 10 metres out directly in front of the sticks. I mean, fellas, he could do this blindfolded, he'll still make the kick.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it, JP. Don't. Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Kieran Foran.
0 from 1. Make that 1 from 2 right in front of the sticks. It's good. 10 points to nil with 15:45 left to go. Let's go to Conor McNally.
Mike Shean, let's go down to you, in fact. Has Cronulla got back Sateni Takamo on the field? I think by the answer of that is we're not sure, but I'm pretty sure that
they should be back to 13.
Well, it should be back to 13 now, so Cronulla, they need to really pick up their act here. They know that they're 10-0 down. They must not get them into their heads, and they need just to play very sensible rugby league here as Canterbury kick off down towards the westfield end of the ground.
Beautifully marked there from Afawolo, and Afawolo will be marked just there inside his own 10. JP, C-Mac and Mike Shean with you, bringing the looseness and funniness here at just 22 past 11 here in Sydney time. And great to have you listening wherever you are around the world. Hope you're enjoying this broadcast. This is now with Toialo. Toialo marching. He's over to 30. He'll play the ball with Moyle out of acting half. Little shoot and scoot there. This is Smith. Smith over the 40. He's 42 away there from his own line. Here's Tia beyond the 40. Hasn't got the accuracy. It's picked up underneath there from Takamo. And Takamo will give it up there. Now there to Waitere. Waitere is 28 away from his own line. So the Sharks are trailing by 10. 20 left to go here in this Jersey Flegg Grand Final of 2024 here at the Greater Western Sydney Stadium. Now this is now with Waitere. Waitere, 45 away. Now darting across there. Now is Coots. Coots is right on the halfway line now. Sharks just holding on attack here, but not showing a lot of creative skills thus far with the ball. Now with Waitere. Now this is now Jarvis. Jarvis, was he trying to kick the ball there?
Yeah, he tried to kick the ball, but it wasn't really successful. It was knocked on in the end. It was called knock on by Damien Brady. Firstly to Cronulla, then to Canterbury. It is a changeover. It is a Canterbury ball.
Of course, Damien Brady not related to the Brady bunch. Let's go down to Mike Shean.
Yeah, boys, one to keep an eye on. I haven't checked him in the last minute or two. Riley Pollard for Cronulla picked up a knock down here a couple of minutes ago. Might be one to keep an eye on. Maybe a right leg issue for the number 7 for Cronulla.
That's one of our 5 sideline reporters in Mike Shean. This is now with the Bulldogs. Now with Spinks. Spinks right over the halfway, right over the 40. He'll play the ball 45 from his own line. No, this is straight good hard running from Reardon. Reardon 5 metres into Sharks territory. Moyle. Now they're looking to stay towards the middle of the field. He gets wrestled back towards the halfway line. 2 hammerhead Sharks got up there on the Bulldog there. That's Damon Marshall. Get up there and play the ball. Underhill. Underhill now.
Boys,
5
something to
metres.
note down here at ground level, just a little bit of a breeze picking up at the backs of Canterbury in this first half.
Well, that's definitely going to help them in terms of making their charge up as Tia kicks it. It's a high kick too.
Hanging in the breeze, as we said there, fellas. A great catch there from Talcamo. And Talcamo will play the ball 15 metres out there from his own line, with the Bulldogs still leading this one in the 2024 Grand Final. Bulldogs 10, Sharks 0. So the Sharks now with possession of the ball. Waitara, and it's the second penalty going to the Cronulla Sharks.
Time off as well. It's a head. It must be a crush attack as well, as Damien Brady has blown time off. Let's have a quick listen. He's calling Ruben Moyle over. Let's have a listen to David.
That's 25 out.
So on report for Ruben Moyle, it is a head high. Actually, more so a crusher tackle. And that's on report, and you can hear the crowd. Mike Shean, this might be, I guess, a couple of thousand people here already, but it sounds like there's like 10 to 15,000 here at the Western Sydney Stadium.
Absolutely, Connor. Same effect as we had last week at Leichhardt Oval. The crowd, there was only about 2,000 there for the featured game, but it sounded like 10 or 15. This crowd, I'd reckon there's a couple of thousand here already. It's continuing to grow, and this crowd making a mountain of noise. Sharks on the attack up towards halfway.
5 metres into Bulldogs territory now. Playing the ball, there is Brayley. Ford, Pollard, Talcamo grabbing an all-leagues tackle there. He's 42 away there from the try line. Ford, McCulloch not going anywhere. 45 away out from the try line. 11:20 left to go here. This is now with Coco. And Coco, he's 34 away. With 11 minutes left to go here. Here's the kick up here from Pollard. Pollard goes high. Marked underneath it there. I think that is Max McCarthy. McCarthy's wrestling back. There's like 3 or 4 Bulldogs defenders right in front of him there of Mike Shean. Jeez, I think that was a golden opportunity to score there for the Sharks there, Mike Shean.
It certainly was, JP, and McCarthy got up high. We saw plenty of high flying yesterday in that other game, but Max McCarthy taking a leaf out of the book there and almost only a couple of metres away from giving the Sharks points as we see Cronulla on the defensive, Canterbury on the attack.
They're on the attack, they're tackled right on the halfway mark. They'll get up there, quick play the ball. Then that was Afawolo. Get up there and play the ball. Referee was about to blow a penalty. We've got to play down there for the Sharks. Here's the kick up now. It's going to bounce. Finally run to the Bulldogs centre there. And Gabriel loses the ball. It's Sharks' possession. We still got to play down on the halfway mark. Ball is now 15 metres from the halfway line now. It's not interfering in play, so play will continue. Loses possession of the ball. Play will continue. It's picked up here from Moyle. And we got a little afters going on, but it was nothing going on. It was just handbags and 10 paces. What are you going to have for lunch here this afternoon? Donaldson now. And Donaldson gets wrestled back. He offloads the ball somehow miraculously. Play still continues. It's Spiggs with the ball. And he's inside the 20 as the referee stops the clock at 9:46 left to go in his first half. This commentator needs to take a break. He's Conor McNally.
What a crazy set of circumstances just now as we got time off there as the trainers are looking at a couple of players, one of them being Cassius Tia for the Bulldogs. Now, I'm very interested to see how Jonathan Sewer is going with his HIA. Mike Shean, I'll let you try and investigate on that as there's a little bit of action going on downstairs. You can hear the crowd is absolutely electric right now, but Cronulla, they stole the ball from Canterbury on the northeastern side of the ground. They tried to play the ball back, and in fact, it's the number 5 for Cronulla that is down to where Wateri is being tended to by the head trainer at the moment. So let's hope that Wateri can get up and continue playing. And let's have a listen to Damien Brady.
You tell him he's got to leave the field.
Yep, it's an HIA for Taweri Wateri. So 2 players now suffering HIA. So Lachlan Crossell might be on standby here. Mike Shean will let you keep an eye on that. But is there any update on Jonathan Sewer at the moment?
Not at the moment, Conor, but I've been watching Waiteri for a couple of minutes, and he's been in a pretty bad way. He was the one who got knocked over in that collision in midfield after that big breakdown field from Canterbury. But Waiteri coming off the field, HIA, so he'll go through the protocols at the moment. But Cronulla all sorts of pressure on them at the moment.
And they're trailing 10 points to 0 at the moment, Justin Pineda.
Moyle out of acting half against here to Donaldson. Donaldson is 10 metres out there from the try line. Moyle now of acting half. Tea back on the inside run there is now with Smith. Smith is short. He's 3 metres out. Moyle out of acting half. Underhill. Tea. There you go, pass. There's a try. That's a try to rock to Rika Kama, who scores right on the corner of the try line, front of the Corporates and the Kings Oval. And unbelievable, just like the long stoppage of play. 9 minutes left to go here. It's 14-0 and Conor. Oh, geez, things are rolling now here for the Dogs.
They are rolling like a steam train right now for Canterbury Bankstown. Instead of going to the left edge, to the right edge towards the O'Connell side of the ground, they go to the northeastern corner on the western side of the ground, and they found Rataranakama, who found an easy gap, dived into the northwestern corner, and that was a very, very smart try there by Canterbury Bankstown, Mike Shean.
Certainly was, Conor. They worked it to the left-hand side. Rinakama had a bit of work to do when he got it down in that left-hand corner, but did it very nicely in the end. Canterbury rolling like a steam train through Belmore in the 1980s. They're up 14-0, 8 to the break.
Cronulla are in all sorts of trouble, aren't they, JP? This is not what we were expecting, but we know Canterbury, they are very, very strong. They've been consistent all season long, and Josh Jackson will be happy with this.
But the thing with the Sharks' perspective here, fellas, is like they hadn't had possession of the ball inside the attacking 20. Yeah, we saw that kick there from there, handed there by McCarthy, but I can't seem to recall that the Sharks had any chance of having possession.
They haven't had much opportunity, have they?
No, it's just been stone cold. Bulldogs with the possession and a lot of the ball. They're leading by 14. Chance to make this 16. 25 metres out, 30 centimetres in from the broadcast touchline. Here's Tia. The conversion attempt, well, safe to say, same as the first one. It's a goal in another code, but it's no goal here. 14 points nil with 7:30 left to go.
How would you feel right now if you're Andrew Delano, the Cronulla coach? I think you'd be very, very annoyed with how your side is playing. This is not the side that we were expecting to see in this first half. Last week we saw that they came out very, very strongly and put Canberra to the sword. This is a very different side. It's a role reversal today. It is Canterbury Bankstown that is putting Cronulla to the sword as we go back underway.
Now the kick is underway from Dixon. Marked it there from the Bulldogs as it goes straight towards the 20 metres mark, and playing the ball there is Sewer. So now this is with Underhill. He's put in a shift here this morning. Still going. He's tackled over the 30. Moyle now acting half as they're trying to dart around here with Donaldson. Donaldson over near the 40 now. With 6.5 left to go here, Bulldogs leading by 14. Moyle at acting half. Now this is with Cochrane. And Cochrane, penalty there for the Bulldogs.
Well, there's a bit of push and shove there, but, Damien Brady pointed out there, I think it must have been to Michael Gabriel. That's Danny's brother. It's battle of the Gabriels today, and at the moment, Danny has got the upper advantage over his younger brother. As, handing the ruck as the call by Damien Brady as Cassius Tier kicks for touch. Mike Shean, any word on Jonathan Sewer right now?
Certainly looking good from the Canterbury bench. He was high-fiving the players as he came back to the bench, so certainly looking good for the winger to make his way back onto the field soon.
Donaldson, near the 30, and tackle one. Have a chance to extend this lead. Moyle out of acting half. Tia, Underhill. 28 away there from the try line. Moyle again out of acting half. Little show and go. He's looking to support. He finds his man there in Tia. Tia finds the man here in Smith. Smith is in the 20. They're in the red zone once again here, the Bulldogs. Moyle now out of acting half. Now this is Tapua. Tapua finds Aaron Cochrane. Cochrane loaded a little spinning, wheeling and dealing. He's 12 away there from the try line. Moyle out of acting half. Tia. Show and go, little scoopity-doopity-doo. Gives off here to Tapua. And Tapua will play the ball. Here's a little dribbling kick there from Moyle. It's been battered out. He stays in the field of play. It's battered away there from the Sharkies.
That was very dangerous there for Cronulla. They could have allowed Canterbury to score there right near the dead ball line, but it is a goal line dropout. The Bulldogs get another set of 6.
So 4:38 left to go here. Mike, we see a bit of sunshine here for the first time here this morning.
Yeah, sun's starting to break through down here at ground level, JP. Certainly a warm day, as we said. Temperature in the high teens, low 20s, and this crowd continuing to build, especially at the northern end. That far side of the ground, as we look at it, JP, the far-hand side for you, certainly building up nicely on the lower level.
As marked underneath here from Spinks. Spinks is rustling around with 3 Sharks players. He's in the red zone there once again. Moyle out of acting half. This is now with Buddy Smith. Smith, 15 metres out. 4 under 4 to go here. Moyle again out of acting half. Little show and go. He's tackled inside the 10 now. Now with Spinks out of acting half. Tia. Tapua. Now this is with Afuolo. Afuolo inside the 10. Moyle again is inside the acting half position, surveys the options, gives it off here now to Donaldson. He's spinning around like a spinning cycle. He couldn't get anywhere. It's the 5th and last. Where do they go now? Here's the pass. Here's the go. Pass backwards. It's going to be picked up by the Sharks, and they're away down the Sharks. 20, 30, 40. He needed support there in the young man. There in Penatani. He couldn't find anybody. They just got full starting positions. The Bulldogs defence is retreating. This is Ford. Someone's going to help the young man. He hands it off now. There to Dixon. Dixon's got no idea what to do with the ball. What am I doing with the ball, he says. He's tackled right on the halfway line now. And we've got to stop it and play. They've lost the ball. They've lost the ball.
I got to say, Cronulla just looked absolutely out to sea. That was a bad mistake there by Canterbury as they tried to play the ball, and it was collected there by the number 4 in Cronulla. And as soon as they moved the ball to the centre of the field, they just had nowhere to pass it, and poor Dylan Coots, he had nowhere to pass it to the other player. It was Penatani that collected the ball there in the northwestern corner, but in the end, it was all for nothing. They fumbled it, knocked it on, and it will be a Bulldogs loose head and feed, centre of the field on the halfway line, and Mike Shean, you have to think Canterbury could have the opportunity to score just before half-time.
And it'd be a dagger blow if they could get another try here before half-time to go 18-20-0 up at the break in the grand final. That would be heartbreaking for the Sharks if Canterbury can do that. Let's see what they've got.
Afuolo now with the ball. 3 metres now into Sharks territory. Moyle out of acting half. 2 minutes left to go here in this first half. This is now with Spinks. Spinks over the 40. Moyle again out of acting half. Gives it off here to Donaldson. Donaldson is 30 metres away there from the try line. So the Bulldogs trying to create something here? Well, they're just keeping it very simple as we simply watch and play here now with Smith. Smith, 23 away. Moyle again out of acting half as they're heading towards back to the centre of the field. Just to wrestle him down. It's the 5th and last. And Smith will play the ball. Moyle. Tia goes high with a kick. Didn't get a lot of distance. Get a lot of air. Will spin it around. And that will be a turnover there. So 70 seconds left to go here. It's the Bulldogs 14, Sharks 0. The Sharks need to score in this passage of play, which could do something, but I just don't know if they've got the ability to score because it's the wave of momentum this first half has gone to the Dogs. Now this is McCulloch. He's tackled near the 20. 50 seconds left to go here in this first half. And if they've dropped the ball here, the Sharks have opportunity brewing. He's Tapua. Tapua is holding on to possession of the ball. And he's tackled near the 20. As I think that's Samuel McCulloch who's struggling to get back on his feet there. They're treating back to the defensive line now. 30 seconds left to go here. This is Donaldson. Donaldson. Conor, quick yes or no. Do you go for the one here in this situation?
No.
Thank you very much. This is Moyle. Moyle surveys the options. Tia. A low dribbling kick here from Tia. Get rustling back. Tia chases his own kick. He's looking for the support the young man in forward. He does. This is now with, I think that's Penatani. He goes on his own 10. And oh boy, nearly disaster on the field here, but I think that'll be the last passage to play as the siren will sound in any moment now. It's the Bulldogs 14, Cronulla Sharks 0 in the first of 3 grand final games here this afternoon.
Oh, what a great opening half for Canterbury Bankstown. Not so much if you're a Cronulla supporter right now. The halftime score, 14 points to 0 here at the Western Sydney Stadium. Let's have a look at the stats as we go to the break. Oyama scored the opening try in the 10th minute. Cassius Tia in the 17th. Ratu Renakama in the 25th minute. And the conversions, Cassius Tia 1 from 3 so far. If you've just joined us, the halftime score is 14 points to 0. We're going to take a quick break here on the Sydney Sports Radio Network and be back with the second half. But before that, we've got the halftime summary with myself, Justin Pineda, and Mike Shean. We'll be back soon here at the Western Sydney Stadium.
You're listening to New South Wales Rugby League 24 across the Sydney Sports Radio Network.
It's half time here at the Western Sydney Stadium for the Jersey Flegg Grand Final. Canterbury Bankstown against Cronulla, and it is the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs that are leading 14 points to 0. 3 tries to the Bulldogs against 0. William Afwalo in the 10th minute, Cassius Tia in the 17th, Ratu Renakama in the 25th minute, Cassius Tia 1 from 3 so far. Cronulla yet to get on the board. Conor McNally with you alongside Justin Pineda and Mike Shean down on the sideline as we have our halftime summary from that first half. And JP, if you're a Canterbury supporter right now, this is probably the best way to be watching right now as you go into the sheds for the second half.
I would agree with that, Conor, the best way, but at the same time, you've got 35 minutes left to go in a grand final. You can't sort of just lay down misère.
Well, we saw in the semi-final, the major semi-final last week, well, a couple of weeks ago, when they were leading, I think, 14-6 against Canberra, and Canberra came back in the second half, and we went all the way to extra time and then to the golden point. So, Mike Shean, if you're down there, it's not impossible because it's very much a possibility that we could go into extra time or even golden point.
It certainly is a possibility, Conor, but based on what we've seen in the opening 35 minutes, very unlikely. Just seeing down on the field here the presentation of the pennant for the club championship, which is going to Canterbury for 2024. But yeah, you're right. Very unlikely to see Cronulla coming back from this. Canterbury all over the Sharks in the opening 35 minutes. Really can't see what Andrew Delalana and the Cronulla coaching staff can do, but certainly the scoreboard indicates it's not beyond them at all.
Well, it's not impossible for Cronulla, let's face it. It is going to be a hard task for them, but we should just mention quickly, you mentioned about the Flowers pennant that has been awarded to Canterbury Bankstown. They won the Lisa Fiola Cup. They made the grand finals in the SG Ball grand final this year, and also they made Jersey Flegg. Congratulations to Canterbury Bankstown for the second year in a row to win the Flowers pennant. It's a great achievement to win the club championship in the New South Wales Rugby League. But right now, I don't think the Bulldogs will be focusing too much about that. Right now, their focus, JP, is winning the grand final right now in Jersey Flegg.
As I say, focus. And Josh Jackson probably, and I know Conor, this sounds really captain obvious. You can't let the Sharks score first in this next half.
Absolutely not.
I think what the Bulldogs need to do is keep improving their defence. And as we bring in our captain for the first time today, he's Nicholas Cunha.
Well, I've got to say something. Obviously, I've been roaming around.
Thank you, roaming brave.
Now, okay, we don't have a lot of clout here at this place, right?
Nor class.
2 GBs here doing their show. Awesome. The continuous call team have taken the break room. They're all just spread across. So Neil Breen's getting stuff for ACA probably. I like Breedy. I get along well with him. He's a good bloke. You got Levy sitting on the couch doing his research. Piggy's trying to get as much food as possible. He's talking to Dunny. Hopefully Dunny knows how to work the clock this week. After what happened last week, I'm joking. And then Broman's in the broadcast box. He wished me good luck. And then he goes, you know that Sally? I go, yeah, Sally, yeah, Sally. He goes, geez, he's a loud mother effer. He's like, I can hear him from here. And Sally actually walked past and to him, mate, I'm on the sideline. I'm not even calling the game. He goes, you're still freaking loud. I think they're talking about you, JP. But you know what? Broman loves it. And he said good luck. So there you go.
Yeah, I think it's
There's a little bit of clout. We've got a little bit of clout compared to TGP.
Oh, there's no clout. I've just been roaming around doing roaming Kutyak. We're not doing that. We used to make that a little tradition. We're not doing that anymore. But Sheensy, you could be roaming Michael. Hey, by the way, we can't find Justin Davies at the moment. Now, he reckons, well, he said to me, he is going to the game because he bought tickets and forgot he's got a media pass.
How do you forget that?
Because he's an idiot.
How do you forget that?
But he hasn't got back to me. Sheensy, you might be on the sideline all afternoon. You don't mind that?
Works for me, mate. I've got a great view down here at ground level.
I know you do.
The atmosphere is absolutely amazing. Those Canterbury fans have made a hell of a lot of noise in the opening 35 minutes. I'm just hoping they stick around for the rest of the day and enjoy these other two games that are coming up. We've got Newcastle in Illawarra. That is going to be a cracking Women's Premiership Grand Final at 1 o'clock. And then the big one at 3, the Bears and the Jets.
Now, just before the players come back out onto the field, what do we reckon crowd at the moment? Because it's a good smattering. I can see a couple of Bears jerseys, Jets jerseys, of course, Canterbury and Sharks. We reckon we're about 4,000 at the moment. What do you reckon, Sheensy?
Look, I'm a lousy judge on the best of days.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there's certainly a couple of thousand here. Yeah, it is a really good crowd, especially at that northern end. There's a lot of people up on that lower level at the northern end as one of the photographers trying to...
I think it's he wiped him out.
I don't think we want that photo.
He wiped him out.
We don't want that photo anywhere, boys. Trust me.
No.
Trust me, we're going to be taking that photo. Brandon Sharp, I think, is it him? No, it's some other photographer. Regardless, we'll get the photo of you.
Head for radio, body for print, and a voice to match.
Mate, all I can say is I agree with everything you said about you. But yeah, it's a great crowd here. Overcast conditions, as we keep on saying. The sun's trying to break through. It's not going to, but yeah, it's a good crowd at the moment. And the concourse, is humming. You can hear it. The noise here at the stadium is humming. And this is just the Jersey Flegg Women's Premiership. And I always say the women's games, there's a different vibe in regards to the crowd. It's a great vibe. And you'll hear it across the whole stadium. You'll hear it on the sound effects. But then that Jets and Bears game, as I said, if it's 19,000, it's going to be absolutely rip-snorting. And I'm looking forward to it. At the moment, the top tiers are not open at the ground, but I won't be surprised they will eventually here. I don't think the western side's open up yet, but that eventually will if they get a massive crowd.
Can you walk up and buy tickets? Because I heard early in the week that you couldn't.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Cronulla make their way back out onto the field. Boys, your tips for the second half. How does this game end?
Canterbury, they'll dominate. That's how I think it's going to happen.
Canterbury have just got to hold on to the ball here, Conor. If they hold on to the ball.
Mike Shean, down to you. What do you think?
Look, I think it's going to be hard for Cronulla to get back into this one. Certainly going to be a tough ask for the Sharks to get back into it, but not beyond them.
Canterbury will be running left to right of your radio dial in this second half. Cronulla right to left towards the Parramatta Park end of the field. There's another 35 minutes of rugby league to come. JP, can Cronulla come back, or will it be Canterbury Bankstown that will dominate this second half and take out back-to-back premierships? We're about to find out.
Have they got their divine interventions ready here, the Sharks? As we've got Dixon getting us back underway. Marked underneath. It was a beautiful catch there from Danny Gabriel. I'm not sure. I know cricket season's a bit early, but geez, that's a magnificent catch down in the deep. And it's 14 without loss. As the Bulldogs have possession of the ball now. This is with Toialo now over the 30 metres mark now.
I worry about you, JP.
You're not the only one.
It's the Bulldogs there with the ball. This is Underhill with the ball on the third tackle. He introduced 30 and he gets picked up and driven into the turf. But Brady says that's A-OK. I'm not sure why. That looked pretty dangerous. Spinks with the ball. Spinks over the halfway line now. 40 seconds have elapsed here in this second half. It's the Bulldogs 14, Sharks nil. Payatare. Now this is Tia. He's tackled on the 40. As they go towards high in the air, marking underneath it. It's bouncing. Little spinning, wheeling and dealing around. There is Takamo. Takamo is marked inside his own 10. Over a minute gone here. It's 14-0, the Bulldogs lead. And the Sharks in the second tackle are 5 metres out there from their own line. And they're not wrestling out anywhere at the moment, as the Sharks are just camped in. Oh, good all-in-all tackle there on the young winger on Waiatere. Now this is now with Dixon. Dixon, tackle 4 that haven't gone out of their own 20. Early signs here for the Sharks that they're attacking. He's just not on here at the moment. But this is Samuel McCulloch, who just edges them closer near the 30. Jarvis out of acting half. Charge down here from the Bulldogs. It's a two-horse race. Pick it up. Oh, there is their Takuma, who just kicks it dead. And the 11 there and Speaks, who nearly got there, Conor, but boy, oh boy.
And he's
dangerous signs.
It's very dangerous signs, and he's on his haunches there after that charge down. That could have just been, I probably think, the grand final winner there for the Bulldogs, but yeah, the grave would have been starting to be dug there, but very, very unlucky. And Cronulla have to do it all over again for the set of 6, Mike Shean.
They certainly do. Just getting the word out of the rooms at half-time. Cronulla, get back to your processes, back to the systems that have worked for them. It's obviously not happening out in the middle. Canterbury, more of the same. Thank you very much. They've got the ball 35 metres out.
And the ball down with Donaldson. Donaldson is 25 metres away there from the try line on tackle 1. 32-25 left to go in here in this second half. This is Tia. Gives it off here to Smith. Smith loses possession of the ball. One-on-one rake, says the referee. So Jarvis will play the ball. And the Sharks just get over their own 20 now. Acting half here is Ford. So this is now with Dixon. Dixon edging closer to the 30. Sharks trailing by 14. Now this is Faitili. And Faitili near the 40 on tackle 3. Jarvis now to acting half. Takamo. Flick passes it back. It's play on, still continuing. The ball is with McCulloch. McCulloch is over the halfway line now. Jarvis at acting half. Ford with the kick. Underneath it, there is Wavik. And Wavik is near the 20, with this side leading 14 points nil with 21-20 left to go here in this first half. So the ball here now with Toialalo, and Toialalo will play it 25 away. Now this is now with Rinky Kama, and Rinky Kama over the 30. Moyle now at acting half. This is a good strong run. That's from Afawala, the opening try scorer in this game, in this grand final. Now this is a good strong run. Here is Smith. Smith is 5 metres into Sharks territory. This is the 5th and last, courtesy of Damien Brady. Here's the kick up here from Tia. Tia goes high. Marked underneath it. There is Takamo. Takamo beats off 1, beats off 2. Couldn't beat the 5'8" there at Tapua. And Tapua is 11 away there from the try line. 30 left to go. It's the Bulldogs 14, Sharks nil.
You mentioned McGavry Wavik just before. He's on the field. He was the concussion sub at the start of the match. Jonathan Sewell looks like he's failed his HIA, so Wavik is now spending his first minutes of this match on the field in this second half.
So the Sharks now trying to wrestle out of their own halfway, on their own territory. Beats off 1, beats off 2. This is Waiatere. Waiatere! He's 42 metres out there from their own line. Good storming run here is Ethan Coco. Coco, he's 40 away there from the try line. It's the 5th and last. They're looking for the 6th again here, the Sharks. They're not going to get it. And here's the kick up high. It's Mark underneath it. There from Ratu Rinkakama. 15 metres out there from their own line. Bulldogs 14, Sharks nil. 29-40 left to go here in this second half.
That was a very, very good mark there by Canterbury Bankstown to deny Cronulla an opportunity to try and steal the ball and score, as Canterbury now work their way up past the 30-metre mark, about 22 in from the Eastern touch. They are looking very, very dangerous already in this second half.
So we see the 15 about to come on here for the Bulldogs here, in Jed Reardon, who is on now onto the field. And also the 14 here for the Dogs in Young. So back to the play here, gets picked up and driven to the turf. There is Spuddy Smith. Here's Tia with the kick. 2 Sharks players chasing it, beautifully marked there in Waiatere. And Waiatere trying to beat off 1, couldn't. He's tackled 22 metres out there from the try line. With the Sharks trailing 14 points to 0. Now this is Dixon. Dixon is 30 metres away from his own line. Now this is with Takamo. Takamo about to burst through. Nearly broke free there, but good work there from Joey Tapua, who's 5 metres away there from his own halfway line. This is McCulloch. McCulloch over halfway. He'll go up there and play the ball. Ford. Now this is now with Coco. Coco inside the 40. Here's the kick from Ford. Ravik, can he mark it? He does it well. He's 15 metres out there from his own line. Quite interesting. 0-6 against in this Jersey Flegg Grand Final as we head down there to Mike Shean.
Yeah, boys, interesting atmosphere down here. Both sides really filling this second half out and trying to get a handle on how it's going to play out. We've had 8 minutes in the second half. Both sides just getting back into their rhythm, which is the message from half-time. Just got a feeling Canterbury certainly in control as we see a nice kick downfield.
40. Bounces in front of their Atakamo. Tamo picks up the ball. Trying to beat off one, beat off two. Trying to spin and wheel and Dylan. He couldn't. They'll play the ball 25 metres away there from the zone line. Ford now to acting half. Gives it off here to Waiatete. And Waiatete is 25 away. Ford. McCulloch edging closer. He's over the 40. They're halfway through the set. They're looking for the 6 again. The referee says no. This is now with Jarvis. 5 metres into Bulldogs territory. Ford, it's away! He's got the fullback to beat there! He scores again! Cue the engine, cue the Ford, he's over! Sharks back in this, 14-4 with the kick to come.
Oh, brilliant. We had to get the Ford Mustang out. A brilliant try there by Taj Ford. They played it about 8 away from the halfway line, and it was Ford. It was the play after that, so it was about 45 in from the Bulldogs territory. It was passed by Ford. Ford found a gap and he broke through and he had no one stopping him. He had a Bulldog player in Tate Cochran trying to bring him down, but Taj Ford, what a brilliant effort there to bring Cronulla back into this match. 26 minutes remaining in this grand final. Is this the fight back for the Cronulla Sharks? Mike Shean.
To say they needed that try, Conor McNally, is an understatement. That is a massive play from Taj Ford. He got the Mustang out down the M4 and started purring towards Parramatta. That was a beautiful try from the number 6 to give the Sharks a little bit of life. The G-Train just starting to get some momentum down here at Parramatta.
So it looks like it's Pollard with this conversion attempt.
Well, we knew Taj Ford was going to be very effective. He's the 5'8" for the Cronulla Sharks. He scored.
Oh, the referee took a slip! The referee took a slip on the replay too.
At least Damien Brady's okay. That's the most important thing.
It's the kick from Pollard. The 6. 25-50 left to go. It's the trim delay to 8. And it's there. Bulldogs 14. Sharks 6. Let's go back down to Mike Shean.
Oh, dear.
Boys, I don't know what you're drinking up there, but you better get me a large bottle down here at Grand.
Oh, we will.
But Cronulla really needed that try. That's really going to lift their spirits. It's only an 8-point game with 25 to go. I know it's been all Canterbury in the first half, but it's only an 8-point game. There's a long way to go in this one. That'll give the Sharks a heap of confidence. If they can get some momentum, a little bit of possession at the right end of the ground, you never know.
And you can't, and if you're Canterbury right now, you can't be complacent. We saw that in this major semi-final 2 weeks ago against Canberra. They allowed Canberra to come back into this match in the second half. They don't want to repeat that again.
So the Sharks with possession of the ball. They're trailing by 8. This is now with Coots. Now with Dixon. Dixon who has it right on the 20-metre mark. So the Sharks have got the score first. They did just that. Now this is McCulloch. McCulloch tackle near the 30. So this is now with Ford. Now this is now with Coco. Coco over the 30. Jarvis again out of acting half. Pollard. Oh! What about that one? Gets picked up and driven to the turf once again. There in Dixon. It's a low dribbling kick. I don't know how to describe that one, but ubbly, grubbly, fubbly. Now this is now with Rinkakama. Rinkakama over the 35 goes on there on the first tackle. Afawolo. Afawolo over the 45. Slowly gets up there and plays the ball. Ravik. right on halfway. 3 players, Sharks tackle. One of them there was Samuel McCulloch. Now this is a lock forward to Toialo. Toialo near the 40. Now they've got acting half now with Tia. Now this is now with Reardon. Reardon, 35 away. It's the 5th and last. Here they go now with Tia. High with the kick. It's not. It bounces. Goes into the sideline. 14 points to 6 with under 23 to go. Let's go back down to Mike Shean.
Yeah, that kick almost ended up in my lap down here at ground level. It was a nothing kick. You could hear the call from Cronulla to let it go. They knew they had possession if it was over the touchline. They've got the ball 20 out. Let's see what they can do with it, trailing by 8.
AJP, you got more food.
Oh, beautiful stuff. Magnificent. As the captain goes away, it's the food.
Remember your buddies down here at ground level, boys.
No,
to say-
sorry. No. You can fend for yourself.
Benatani with possession of the ball. This is now with Crouch. Crouch over the 40. He goes. So as we take a look at the sandwich, Nicholas has got a better food collection with a roast chicken sandwich.
Nice.
As the Sharks now over the halfway. This is now with McCulloch. McCulloch leading by example. He's 38 away. The Sharks trailing by 8 now. Jarvis. Here's the kick from Pollard. Pollard with not a lot of distance. It's... Ooh, is that a penalty?
Well, there was a penalty for the Sharks. There was a head knock, but it was taken high in the air by Canterbury Bankstown. Both players were going for the tackle or going for the ball. It was the last tackle for Cronulla. And unfortunately for Canterbury, it was ruled against them. Down to you, Mike.
Yeah, definitely from my position, that was the right call there from the referee. Looked like he was clearly taken in the air. Cronulla, a big chance, 20 metres out, 10 in on the far side of the ground.
Penatani taps it away down to McCarthy. McCarthy in the red zone he goes. They're 12 away now. Sharks, they can chomp closer in this grand final. This is Crouch. He's 5 away. So here they go. Pollard showing, going, no. He stopped, 5 away. Travis is again now backed in half. Long ball out there to Crouch. Forward, now to Coots. Coots spinning, wheeling and dealing. He'll play the ball 10 metres away there from his own line. Brayley. Now this is Pollard. Pollard edging closer. He loses the ball. It will be a Bulldogs ball 10 metres out there from their own line. They're leading by 8. It's 14 points to 6 with 20 and a half left to go.
Cronulla have a little bit more pep in their step after that try there by Tash Small before, and it's showing in their attack right now, but mistakes like that are going to kill them, and it'll be a loose head and feed in favour of Canterbury Bankstown, 10 metres away from their own try line, straight in front of the goalpost. Mike Shean, what do you do if you're Canterbury right now, especially Josh Jackson?
Well, I'm just watching down here at ground level a bit of a fitness test on Luke Smith, the second rower, and just watching the body language didn't look too fabulous from the second rower. What would I do if I was Josh Jackson in Canterbury? You've just got to work it out and just try and grind, get back into the grind with 20 to go, see if they can work their way back into the game.
Rinka Kama has possession of the ball, 20 away there from his own line. Boyle out of acting half. This is now with Toialo. Toialo over the 20. He's gobbled up there in the 3-man. Sharks tackle. One of them was Lachlan Crouch. So this is back to Toialo. Second run in this set of 6. You can hear the Bulldogs chants with their fans into the ground, making themselves heard. This is now with the fullback here in Tai Cochrane. Cochrane, 5 away there from the halfway line now. This is now with Marshall. Marshall over the halfway line. He's 5 metres into Sharks territory. Here they go now with Tia. A little show and go. Tia looking to offload the pass, but he didn't put the kick on the ball. That's a bad play on the last tackle. Under 19 to go. Bulldogs 14, Sharks 6.
Well, I don't know what Tia was trying to do. He was trying to do the dummy and offload the ball there, but it just didn't really work out. That was a terrible last tackle option, and Cronulla have got the ball, and they're about 8 away from the halfway line, and they're looking to get inside Canterbury territory very quickly. But with tackles like that, that is strong there from Canterbury Bankstown.
Dixon will get up there and play the ball. This is now with Crouch. Gives it off here to Atata. Atata over the halfway line now. Here they go. This is with Crouch. Crouch, 42 away.
Listen to that crowd.
McCulloch hands it off here now to Atata. Atata on the last. Here they go. They find Ford. Ford goes low with the kick. Wasn't the smartest. Great catch there from Danny Gabriel. Gabriel grabbed it like he was in a slips catch. They're playing great cricket next week. I presume for Canterbury Bankstown as well too. He's 25 away there from his own line.
I can only imagine what the Gabriel family table is going to be like tonight. Danny might have the upper hand over his brother Michael right now. It'll be a very interesting dinner conversation later tonight.
You presume that Michael will be paying for dinner the way this is going?
You'd have to think so.
As they're about to burst through here now with William Afuolo, who scored the opening try in this grand final. Young goes back on the inside there to Danny Gabriel. Gabriel loses the ball. That's Danny, of course. Dear, oh dear. A little bit of exuberance with the football. And he's tackled there with the Sharks with Coots, who's 35 away there from the try line. A little wrestling rag down like a rag doll now. This is a little shoot scoot there from acting half his Tars Brayley. This is now with Waiatere. Waiatere. He's tackled 35 away. Brayley. Ford. Crouch. Really spinning, wheeling and dealing. Cloud cover is not looking good at the moment for the fans, I think, especially for our silent reporter. Mike Shean, I hope he has got an umbrella with him. But play continues. He should have passed the ball outside to Waiatere. And it's a turnover there to the Bulldogs ball. Geez, that was a shocking play there from the Sharks, Conor McNally.
And Michael Gabriel is protesting to Damien Brady that he said that wasn't knocked on. And it's actually, what is it? It's a penalty. No, it's knocked on.
It's a knock on. Canterbury, according to the referee, boys.
Oh, wow.
Ruled a knock-on from Canterbury straight away. Canterbury were protesting, but he's ruled knock-on Canterbury. Cronulla scrum for...
Well, this is a big opportunity here, JP, for Cronulla to score and to lessen that gap. 25 metres out, centre of the field. Loose head and feet in favour of Cronulla. Cronulla really need to score with 16:20 remaining on the clock.
And just a weather update, boys, and it's got very overcast and very dark down here in the last 5-10 minutes. A lot cooler as well. The sting right out of it, but Cronulla on the attack.
And that is now with Waiatere, who's at acting half. Waiatere, I'm not sure if that was a smart play of acting half. Wavick nearly stole the ball, but the referee says, you played the ball right there, young fella. This is now with Coots. Coots. 11 away. Now, Brayley acting half. Gives it off here to Atata. Atata is 5 away. 15:40 left to go. The Sharks are trailing by 6. Oh, good tackle there from Takamo. He had nowhere to go. They go towards this broadcast side. A little show and go. Look at the pass. There's Michael Gabriel. Hands off to his winger there in Waiatere. And we will have a turnover.
A great defence there by Canterbury Bankstown to deny Cronulla, and particularly to Tawii Wateri. In fact, it is a changeover. Play is stopped right on the ground there, JP. What's happening?
I just got one of the Bulldogs players. I think that's the centre, Danny Gabriel.
Number 3.
Yeah, he's heading back to his own in-goal. So Bulldogs are temporarily down to 12 at the moment. I'm not sure. I can see. Let Mike Shean keep an eye on that one as play will continue here with Ratu Rinkakama with the football. He's 15 metres away there from his own line. Bulldogs leading by 8. And to be fair, the Sharks have been the better team in this second half. They've lifted up their intensity. They've lifted up their focus. They've lifted up absolutely everything in all facets. And oh, geez, Danny Gabriel's not looking good. We'll play continues. We'll keep an eye on it now. This is Damon Marshall with the play. Marshall will play. This is now with Tia. Tia goes across. Kicked it within his own 40. Oh! Dixon bowls the ball backwards. Everything's A-OK. 14:20 left to go. Sharks leading by 8 as Dixon gets tackled. Let's go down to Mike Shean.
Yeah, been watching Gabriel for the last minute or two, JP. During that set, it looks like a right shoulder sort of issue for Gabriel, and Cronulla, Canterbury have got minimal numbers on the bench with Sewer out and Smith. He's got ice around a right calf or high ankle area, so certainly not good for the Dogs in terms of numbers.
15 players, that's worrying signs for Josh Jackson, JP.
Oh, geez, so how many interchanges have they got left there, Conor, as well, too?
I'm not sure at the moment. Mike, will let you check out on that one.
Because I just saw Jack Underhill just lipped up preventively.
Time off is the call. Let's have a listen. Bit of push and shove. There's a Cronulla player down as well. So
I can tell you it's Underhill down receiving treatment in front of the referee, and he looks like he's in a bit of trouble here, boys. It's all hands to the pump on both sides of the field here this afternoon.
this is disastrous at the moment for Josh Jackson. When you've got players that are getting injured left, right and centre and you're losing your interchange best, it's getting shrunk by the minute. We've got 13:38 remaining on the clock. Cronulla still have the ball. It's going to be very interesting what's going to happen if Cronulla can turn this around, or can Canterbury hold on?
Ford puts up a kick. Cochrane underneath. 25 out. Passes it to Wavick. Wavick, 35 away. 13:20 left to go in this one. Rinka Kama. And Rinka Kama is over the 40. Backed in half here is Young. Now this is with Afawolo. Afawolo looks like he's been pushed from the centres to play in the back row. Or the forward. Playing the forward pack, should I say. This is Toy Arlo. Toy Arlo, 35 metres away there from the try line. Tia back on the inside, gives off to Marshall. Marshall's 25 metres away there from the try line. So, numbers brewing, numbers brewing. Afawolo about to burst through, he couldn't. And there will be a turnover 5 metres away from the Sharks try line.
Oh, listen to this crowd. And Afawolo looks like he's copped a heavy knock as well in that last tackle. They're going to play it anyway. So Bulldogs players are getting injured even more, and there's some worrying signs, I'm sure, down on the bench there. Mike Shean will go down to you shortly as Cronulla play the ball up towards the 15-metre mark.
This is Coots with the ball, 15 metres away there from the try line. It has just been a bloody war of nutrition out here. Crouch, 25 away. So this is now with Brayley out of acting half. Gives it off here to Atata. Atata is 32 away. Brayley out of acting half. He's forward with the kick. Kicked it just past his own 30. Bouncing. Cochrane will mark it inside. Pick it up his own side, his own 20. He's got Ford in front of him, trying to beat off him, and he can't. And Pollard is tackled there with him. Ravik now out of acting half. The Sharks pressure now, as you can see it now.
They're looking tired now.
Wavick against, gives up to Rinka Kama. Rinka Kama. I'll give credit to the referee, both he fellas. He hasn't he's blown penalties when he's needed to, but he's let the whistle go here. He's letting out the players play this out.
And there's been no 6 against today too in this match. It's been very free-flowing as well, which has made this game very, very entertaining right now as the Bulldogs move up towards the halfway line.
Toyalala will play it 5 away from the halfway line. It's the 5th and last. Here's the kick from Tia. He didn't get a lot of distance on that one. Wavick!
Oh!
Keeps it. Oh. Is that in the... No, surely not.
Nah, it went out.
It's out on the full, boys.
I was going because that could have been an opportunity for the Bulldogs to score if it had not been knocked on. But in the end, Damien Brady has said no, it went out on the full. Cronulla get the ball back. It was the last tackle anyway.
As Taj Ford now with the orange shirt trainer. Trainer gives him the thumbs up, says, mate, I'm A-okay. I've got 10 minutes left to go in this one. I'm going to have my bloods and guts out here on the field. Brayley will shoot, scoop. This is now Felix Fayatati. We'll play it 5 metres away there from the halfway line. Now this is now with Atata again. Atata hands off to Fayatiti, who's 5 metres into Bulldogs territory. Crouch again. He's 32 metres away there from the try line. Brayley. Takamo loses possession of the ball, and they're away here. This is the centre of Danny Gabriel. Gabriel's over the 40. This is now with Reardon. Reardon over the halfway line now. This is tense stuff here in this Jersey Flegg Grand Final. Tia kicks it on the second. That's the most bizarre thing I've seen thus far. Oh boy, oh boy. Wowee! What's going on here?
Not sure. I don't know.
I've lost my brain cells.
No.
What in the world's going on? Oh! Wrestle back into touch.
Wonderful. I know there was a method of madness there, but what a a brilliant set of defence there by Canterbury Bankstown. You've got to give a credit there to Cassius Tea for kicking that ball so early in that set of 6. But wowee, to push Cronulla back into the in goal and force a goal line dropout and give Canterbury another set of 6. Mike Shean, sheer brilliance there by Cassius Tea.
And that has brought the crowd to life here at Parramatta this afternoon. They've really come to life in the last 5 minutes. Cronulla, they need to lift here if they're any chance to get back into the game. The Dogs are barking.
Here's a short restart. It goes Ted. Does it stay in the field of play? It does. It does go to the Sharks. McCarthy, right place, right time.
Hell call there.
Pollard. Dixon. 25 away. The equation, 8 points, they're trailing the Sharks with 8:10 left to go in this one. They probably want to at least get a bare minimum of a repeat set of 6 here, but they haven't got much in this set of 6 as they're about to go out wide. Oh! Gets picked up and driven into the turf. Great tackle by Wavick. Takamo. Ford straight through. Ford hands it away. This is now with Viatati. And Viatati is tackled 30 metres away there from the try line. It's the 5th and last. Ford puts the kick. It's Jason. It's Dixon. Oh! Dixon scores. That is bloody unreal. Unreal play from Ford. The peripheral vision of his mirrors showed the play from this winger. He kicked it to him and they scored. 14-10 with a kick to come.
Canterbury are absolutely out on their feet and they've allowed Cronulla back in this match. It came from Taj Ford with that run on the burst in that previous set just before. He took the tackle, played to Ford, he kicked it and he found Christian Dixon, who scored a try in last week's preliminary final, and he scores in the northeastern corner. Mike Shean, this has gone off.
That was absolutely amazing. I saw a banner on the far side of the ground that said, "Get aboard the Ford." Taj Ford conducting this beautifully. The Sharks are rolling home. The crowd has come to life. It's a 4-point game.
They're all aboard the Taj Ford Mustang for the next 6 minutes 40.
I can tell you now, Alex Molchanov has just walked in and you think, what the hell's going on here? He's about to walk out.
That's nothing new for Mulch. He sees that every time he sees you two in action.
Come back and play. That's what he said at the NPL game. Go on, Jeep, go on.
Look, all I could say is I walked out of the room, I saw Alex and I said, I need to take a moment because JP's just exploded.
Pollard with the conversion attempt. This to cut the lead into 2. The conversion attempt is on its way. It's there. They're chomping at the bits here, the Sharks. 6 minutes left to go, 14-12.
We could be going to extra time. If the Sharks did a penalty inside Canterbury territory, you have to think they've got to go for 2.
And boys, just to throw a further element into this one, a few spots of rain falling down here at ground level, just enough to notice it, but there's just a little bit of rain falling.
So the equation now, 2 minutes, 5.5 left to go. Sharks trailing by 2. I think Bulldogs plays it down to 15.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Canterbury just need to hold on for the next 5.5 minutes of this grand final. They can't let Cronulla get overwhelm them right now.
So this is now with Viatili. Viatili's near the 20. Now with Brayley, 30 near the 30. He goes now.
I know it's obvious, boys, but the ball would be from Canterbury. No penalties. No penalty. And give them a chance.
So this is Brayley now acting half. Viatili. Numbers out wide to this broadcast side. This is now with Gabriel. That's Michael, of course, who's playing for the Sharks. This is now with Crouch. They're right on the halfway mark now. Here's Ford. He goes high with the kick. Underneath it is Rinkakama, who takes it well. 20 metres away from his own line. This is now with Afawolo. You would say, Conor and Mike, both these teams have got at least 2 sets to 6.
Absolutely. But Canterbury look more tired and more more worn out than Cronulla at the moment. They have come on like an absolute steam train in this second half. Oh, wow.
Gee whiz, Buddy Smith has gone up and picked up and driven into the turf. This is Rovic with the ball. It's the fifth and last. They've absolutely gone nowhere here, the Dogs. Here's a kick from Tia. It goes high. It's got to bounce in front of there in Takamo. Takamo lets that ball bounce 3 times. Well, I don't blame him. That Steiner does absolutely funny things. Oh, jeez. Crowd calling high on Tia. Referee lets that go.
He's grabbing his neck too.
Michael Gabriel with possession of the ball. He's tackled near the 40. Waiateri now at acting half. This is now with Coots. Coots 5 away from the halfway line. 3:20 left to go here in this Jersey Flegg Grand Final. They go towards the middle of the field here.
Would you take a 2-pointer from 40?
If you're the Sharks, I would probably go for it in this. Oh, you've got to go now, Mike, if they're going for 2 here.
They need to be outside of the 40 zone. That's what they need to do.
But they're inside, Conor. They're inside.
So
Ford puts the kick in through. That should be another set of 6. It's another set of 6.
First set of 6 of the match.
Brayley, 30 metres out. 3 minutes left to go. Sharks trailing by 2. Pollard to Alani. 20 metres out. This is now with Faiatili. Looking to spin. Wheel and deal. There's 2.5 left to go here. Brayley at acting half. This is Crouch. Crouch edging closer. It's the first. It's 6 more tackles. 6 more tackles. Ford. Takamo. Spinning. Wheeling. Dealing. He stays. It's 5 metres out. Coots. Ford. This is now with McCarthy. McCarthy's got nowhere to go. He's been wrestled back 15 metres away.
2 minutes to go, boys.
Here they go now with Ford. They're going to this broadcast side. They tap the pass. That should be a scrub to the Sharks. Knock on Bulldogs.
They had to do it. They had to do it, Canterbury. They had to do it to try and delay as much time as possible, but the consequence is that they've given Cronulla another set of 6, and they're going to set the loose head and feed 15 metres out centre of the field. Mike Shean, what do you do when the time's blown off with about 95 seconds remaining?
You just soak up the atmosphere. That's what you do. Well, at least that's what I'm doing down here at ground level. It is buzzing down here. Cronulla, you'd need to work a set play here. They would have something in the bank. 95 seconds to go. Take your time. Keep your composure. I know they're young, but keep your composure. Set yourself up for something.
Canterbury are defending their premiership. They want to go back-to-back Cronulla. They're chasing their first premiership in 6 years.
Penatani with the ball. Penatani! He gives it off there to Dixon. Dixon looking to spin in, wheeling deal. He's 5 metres away there from the try line. Acton half, here is Penatani. Gives it off here to Pollard. Ford. They just stayed towards the middle. This is McCarthy. They're 15 metres out. 70 seconds left to go in this grand final. Numbers Bruce his broadcast side. He was looking to pass it. There at Gabriel. He did well to hold on.
1 minute to go.
6 more tackles.
Oh, no.
6 more tackles. Sharks have got the ball with 60 seconds left to play. McCarthy. He's 15 metres out there from the try line. Pollard.
Knocked on.
It's knocked on. It's knocked on.
Canterbury have got it. Listen to that. Unbelievable, Mike Shean. Let's listen to that. That crowd is just going off, mate.
They are far too easy because I don't anything. The crowd told the story. One of the Canterbury officials couldn't bear to watch the live play. He was watching the big screen behind me. He couldn't bear to look. Canterbury erupted. I think I heard them back at Belmore and Punch Bowl when that ball went down.
14 seconds remaining. Canterbury just got to hold on for this. How many sets they've got left in this set of 6?
14 seconds away. Bulldogs 14, Sharks 12. You would maybe expect 1 or 2 plays from the Dogs as they will just take the tackle inside their own 10. 10 seconds left to go. as Teo just lays down there. 2-1. There's your grand final. The grand final of the Jersey Flegg in 2024 is heading down towards Belmore Road, where you hear the cars hooting and hollering, because the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs are Jersey Flegg champions for 2024.
What an absolute cracker of a grand final. Canterbury holding on by the skin of their teeth. What an amazing effort for the Bulldogs. 14 points to 12 victors. Let's have a look at the stats after 70 entertaining minutes of rugby league. 3 tries to 2 in the end. And it was Canterbury Bankstown that scored with William Afawalo, Cassius Tia and Ratu Renakama. Tia getting 2 from 3 this afternoon. Actually, here's 1 from 3. I'm sorry. Taz Ford and Christian Dixon are the try scorers for Cronulla. And it was Riley Pollard that scored 2 from 2. The halftime score 14-0. Cronulla coming back in the second half, but they fall just agonisingly short, 14 points to 12. Canterbury Bankstown have won their 11th Jersey Flegg Cup Premiership. Mike Shean, down to you.
Thanks, Conor. Down here at ground level, trying to get hold of 1 or 2 of the Bulldogs. Got a couple in my sights. We'll see if we can get somebody down here at ground level in a moment. The Bulldogs are celebrating Cronulla.
Have a listen to this. Like the atmosphere down there, I'm sure, Mike, is just absolutely electric in Canterbury. That they are absolutely ecstatic. And you've got to feel so happy for Josh Jackson, because he has tried to win a premiership as a player on 2 occasions previously, 2012 and 2014. Couldn't get the chocolates. But today, in his first year as a senior coach, he's finally got a premiership.
It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. As we go down to Mike Shean, he's got Cassius Tia with him. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, JP. Got Cassius Tia with me. Cassius, talk us through that one. That was an epic grand final.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to give thanks to our Heavenly Father providing us with this beautiful day. Full credit to the boys. We're stuck in there the last 5-10 minutes, putting our body on the line, and that's our DNA. We play to the last whistle, and I'm so proud of the boys.
You must be so relieved. That last 10 minutes, what was the message coming out from the coach, Josh Jackson? What was he saying in that last 10 minutes? You really had everything thrown at you.
I think we sort of let ourselves down a bit, our effective set-ins. So the message was just to get back in the grind as much as we can and just be aware of where we're handing over the ball.
That try in the first half, that was a pretty special piece of play from yourself.
Yeah, full credit to the boys, you know. I had shape around me, and it was just good for them to be pushing, gave me a hole to run through.
I'll let you celebrate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Well done to Cassius Tia, who scored a try and got a conversion in that grand final win there. Very, very happy for Cassius Tia, who has played out of his skin. And for some of the players, this is back-to-back premierships for them. People like Danny Gabriel and, of course, Ruben Moyle. They played in the grand final side last year that won over the Sydney Roosters. But to do it back-to-back, an impressive performance. And I'm so happy for Josh Jackson. I'm so happy for Canterbury Bankstown. This has been one of their best seasons that we've seen from Belmore in a very, very long time. And, yeah, there is a bit of sadness for Cronulla because they have fought back so strongly in the second half of the season, JP. But Canterbury, they have been a class act in this competition for the last 2 seasons.
But you talked about this game, Conor. Second half, let's be fair, it was all Sharks.
Oh, yeah. Sharks
Sharks.
Sharks were absolutely dominant in that second half. And Canterbury, they looked so tired. But in the end, they just held on. And that, I think, definitely helped. I'm now starting to think maybe they should have gone the field goal, but would have made a difference if Cronulla had scored in that final few minutes? I'm not real sure.
Okay, we're waiting for Shean. Has he done an interview yet?
Yes, he has.
Good.
He did one with Cassius Tia. He's trying to find someone on the field. Mike, have you found anyone yet?
No.
Yeah, there's plenty of players down here. Look like they're moving into position for the presentation, boys. So we might give them a couple of minutes to enjoy this. But what an amazing game of rugby league we saw. And remember, all these boys are under 21 years of age. So the future for both these clubs looking very, very bright.
I've never seen somebody slowly sidestep. Like I'm watching this, It is almost like watching a trotter that's been put into a greyhound race for some reason.
He's had 100 starts and no wins and still trying to get into gear.
At Menangatang, my favourite place. I always say Menangatang. I don't know why, but
I have no idea why you said it.
It's a great town name, Menangatang. Actually, we should do that one day, top 10 town names. Actually, funny, I was speaking to somebody at work, and I said, my favourite town name's Home Rule. You know, we spoke about Home Rule when we were doing the cricket years ago. Yes. And she goes, I actually dated somebody from Home Rule. What? What a small world. What a small world. I'm like, what? And she goes, we actually met each other in America. What? So you don't expect a country person from Home Rule in America meeting somebody from Camden. Anyway, there you go.
That's interesting.
I love those stories. We'll have presentations shortly, but what a game and cracking ending. There's a couple of things to make out of that. I know you guys probably covered it, but the Sharks probably should have been aware a little bit for the 2-point field goal. I know it's a difficult one, but they try to go for the try. They played well at the end of the game. That was a good second half by them, but Canterbury laid the platform in the first half and looked good. Cassius T again. What a performance by him. But, JP, your call of Taj Ford scoring yet another try is going to go down in history as one of the greats. And then the other try for the Sharks is just as brilliant.
Christian Dixon, yeah.
Dixon scoring that try. It was a cracker, and you should be congratulated. I think Mike Shean's about to have an interview with one of the coaching staff. Let's go there now.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Got head coach Josh Jackson with me. Josh, take us through that 10 minutes. That must have been tough.
Yeah, the heart was pumping there the last half pretty much. Just incredibly proud of the boys, mate. Just their resilience. The way that we finished the game on our try line, just up against it, is just a fitting way to finish the year for us. We tried to build our season off the back of our defence, and just couldn't be prouder of that effort at the back end of the game.
That defence the last 10 minutes that you spoke of, that was vital in getting the win. Cronulla threw everything. When you found a way, the old Dogs of War style, you found a way to hold on.
Yeah, they're a great group, mate. They care about each other, and I think that's probably what it come down to at the end. They just wanted to keep turning up for each other. And yeah, like I said, mate, I'm in awe of the boys and what they just done, and incredibly proud of them.
Congratulations.
All right, thanks very much, Mike Shean. Congratulations to Josh Jackson. Let's go down to the podium for the official presentation.
Number 8, Jack Underhill.
So Jack Underhill has won the player of the match for the Jersey Flegg Grand Final. And
I'd now like to invite the runners-up for today, the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks, to come on stage and receive their medals in number order. For the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks, number 1, Seteni Takamo. Number 2, Christian Dixon. Number 3, Michael Gabriel. Number 4, Talanoa Penatane. Number 5, Tewere Watere. Number 6, Taj Ford. Number 7, Riley Pollard. Number 8, Lachlan Crouch. Number 9, Shaz Jarvis. Number 10, Salisi Ata'a. Number 11, Max McCarthy. Number 11, Dylan Coots. Number 14, Taj Brayley. Number 15, Felix Fa'atili. Number 16, Ethan Coco. Number 17, Jacob Tulani. Number 19, Joshua Latham. And their captain, number 13, Samuel McCulloch. I'd like to ask the captain of the Cronulla Sharks, Samuel McCulloch, to say a few words.
Firstly, congratulations to the Bulldogs on another great season. You guys have been the benchmark all year. Thanks to all of our coaching staff for all their effort this year and the hard work they put in to get us here today. And to the boys, I'm proud of our effort, the way we turned our season around, and I know we'll be back next year. Thank you.
Well, Jack Underhill.
Congratulations to the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks on their season.
Well, Sam McCulloch might be a little bit sad right now, but his team have played absolutely outstanding this year. Congratulations to Cronulla. But here are the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs to collect their trophies.
Number 2, Ratsu Rinakama. Number 3, Danny Gabriel. Number 4, William Aful-Alo. Number 5, Jonathan Sua. Number 6, Joseph Teaupa. Number 7, Cassius Tia. Number 8, Jack Underhill. Number 9, Ruben Moyle. Number 10, Damon Marshall. Number 11, Logan Spinks. Number 13, Fame Toilelalo. Number 14, Patrick Young. Number 15, Jed Reardon. Number 16, Bud Smith. Number 21, Callum Donaldson. And number 19, Ragrave Wavik. And their captain, number 12, Luke Smith. I'd like to invite the captain of the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs to say a few words.
I want to thank our Sharks for coming out and playing today. He's made it really hard for us. He's been a great team the whole year. He's a bunch of legends. I want to thank all the boys over there that come and watch every single game. You're a bunch of legends too. But most importantly, I want to thank Josh Jackson. Without him this year, we wouldn't have made it this far. And most importantly, thanks to all the fans, all of our families. We all love you so much. Hey, not one, but two.
I'd now like to invite the New South Wales Rugby League to present the Jersey Flegg Cup to the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldog captain. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Jersey Flegg Cup champions, the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs.
Canterbury Bankstown are the 2024 Jersey Flegg Cup champions. They deserve it, having held on from a second half onslaught by the Cronulla Sharks, and they win their 11th premiership since the competition began in 1961. They're the most successful team in the Jersey Flegg Cup competition, and they are going to be celebrating like it's a street party down in Belmore tonight. Congratulations to the young pups from Belmore. We hope you enjoyed it here on the Sydney Sports Radio Network, the Jersey Flegg Grand Final. On behalf of Justin Pineda and Mike Shean and Conor McNally with you, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next season for the Jersey Flegg Cup on the Sydney Sports Radio Network.